If you're optimizing AI search for single keywords, you're doing it wrong. That isn't how AI LLMs work. Let me explain to you. So this is actually what works right now, and this is backed by client data, not just my own, but from a community of over 27,000 SEOs. And here you go. It's called the fan out query reality. You want to stop optimizing for single keywords because AI search works through what we call reasoning journeys. Okay. So let me give you an example. When someone searches best project management software, okay, in ChatGPT, for example, the LLM then generates what essentially are 15 to 25 follow-up queries behind the scenes after that search is there. These are called fan-out queries. And so here's an example progression of how that might work. So the initial search was best project management software. Fan out one that the LLM does is project management software with Slack integration. Fan out two, project management tools for remote teams under 50 people. Fan out three, project management software versus Asana pricing. You get the idea. Okay, so basically LLMs are searching for things that humans never directly search for. So there's tools out there that let you track these exact queries, and that's very useful. So you can basically reverse engineer what to optimize for. Those are the tools that we use in our agency. So the kicker here is that actually like some of the fan out queries appear like 25 times across different sessions, and sometimes they only appear like it's a one-off. So you have to really track them for like a week, a significant period of time, identify what the patterns are, and then you build the content around the ones that are recurring. So here's the strategy that works. This is what we call an ideal customer profile, ICP, niching strategy. So generic content gets completely ignored. So like that's just the way it is. So here's an example from a brand that's doing this correctly, which is Shopify. They do this right. They create best e-commerce. They don't do best e-commerce platforms. They optimize and create content around best e-commerce platforms for SMBs and best e-commerce platforms for website builders, et cetera, et cetera. They put the ICP in the URL of the page that contains the content. It's personalized results based on user context. So for example, like an 18-year-old that's searching for car insurance gets results about first-time drivers, but a 45-year-old gets family coverage plans. So your job is to tell the LLM exactly who your content serves. So you put it in things like the URLs, like Shopify does, page titles, the first paragraph, your footer, a dedicated who we serve page on your website. Hint, hint. So your new keywords are actually what we call deal breaker questions. So these are things like, these are what people are asking. This is examples. Does it integrate with our existing tech stack? What's the support response time? Can it handle 500 plus users? Does it support blah, blah, whatever? Those are the examples. If you answer those questions on your website, you're going to win. And if you don't, your competitor is going to. This is what the data is showing as far as citation source hierarchy, like what things are being referenced or cited in what order. And this is what the research is showing right now. The top performers are listicles, LinkedIn posts, comparison pages with current dates, important for time relevancy, tables and structured data, Facebook posts, assuming they're indexed. If we're going to talk about things you should probably stop doing, what a lot of people are doing right now is mass content generation without quality control. So low quality content in mass, building backlinks on sites that ChatGPT or in other LLMs have never heard of, ignoring your footer because LLMs pull data from there. That's the second time we've talked about this now in this video. Creating separate content for Google versus LLMs. Don't do that. Trusting LLM search volume data because most of it is fake. And the reason it's fake, or at least people are saying it is right now, is that most LLM search volume tools scrape data from free VPNs and ad blockers. And so they're only extrapolating like 0.1% of users to claim total search volume. And that's just not reliable. So a better approach here is to use Google Search Console, GSC, impression data. You cluster it by intent and then transpose that demand over to the LLMs. Anyhow, if you don't want to deal with any of this, or you would like to know exactly how you're showing up right now and what your strategy should be, set up a strategy session call with me and I can do an AI search audit, visibility audit for your business. You can just use the link in my bio to do that. AI optimization is a lot more complicated than a lot of people are pretending it is. It isn't just throwing up a few extra articles and FAQs on your website and posting on Reddit.